A1 Vacuum and Sewings live stream for Thursday, October 6th. You coming?
This is for Betty.
We're going to do the giveaway today.
Woot woot! We were doing, this is the color I've been waiting for.
For what?
Kimberbell's new. I'm always like, Kimberbell's new. We'll just throw it in the pile. Yes, Betty, we've got new fabric in the store. And this is this is Kimberbell's, what's it called? Tiny Petals or Pretty Petals. So this is their new Pretty Petals. I'll work on getting it up on the site. We'll do it at 20% off. And they're super sweet, and they'll make great mixers and great backing and great everything. But they have that new pillow coming out that's called Let Me Call You Tweetheart. Don't you love that? I was telling the ladies yesterday in our class, because we've just finished up North Pole, and for those ladies who are on the live feed that were in North Pole, I'm going to be working on your orders today and tomorrow. It takes me a while to get all of that together. This is for you, Betty, because I know you're going to want to know what's on the table. But this is, I always forget which way is our best angle. This is the main fabric that's going to be
and it changed now that our camera's changed.
Yeah, we're using a different camera right now. Because I'm like, why do we have to use that other one?
You like the lighting on the other one better.
Yeah, the lighting's a little dim on this, isn't it?
It is.
You know what? All of this stuff that's coming in is a result of Patrick saying to the rep, just get it, and she'll get it. It's really not my fault. It's your fault. Why did you tell them my secret kryptonite words? You can't deny it.
I don't understand how any of this is my fault.
Because I would have been like, Mario, I can't get that because Patrick yells at me to look at the credit card bill. And then instead Patrick's like, just get it, and she'll get it. So he kept going, just get it. I'm like, I'm getting it. That's what happened. And, the other issue is I don't pay the bills. Maybe I should pay the bills. And then I'll be more like, because when you don't pay the bills, it's kind of like play money. It's like make-believe.
Just smile and wave, boys. Just smile and wave.
Yes, your fabric will count towards the event purchase. Yeah, anything, because it's Kimberbell.
How was the event?
So much fun. We had so much
Jeannie
fun.
was talking about the scavenger hunt last night.
So it was the first time we ever did the scavenger hunt.
And Sage was like, oh my God, that sounds like so much fun.
Well, because it was so sweet. It was so sweet because I did some things on there where I thought I was going to stump the ladies. Like, I was like, all right, ladies, this is going to be the hardest one. And I was like, doily. And, like, literally some of the ladies just, like, reached. They were like, here's my doily. I thought you were going to have to be digging. And I did have to run downstairs.
I heard somebody put pins in an actual tomato.
That would be Miss Anna. I was like, okay, it's an OG. We need the tomato pincushion, and you all know what I'm talking about. I was like, this is going to be hard, too. I thought it was going to be hard. Virginia Siebel's like holding up two of them. She had two of them. She's like, here's mine. And she had like two. She was the grand winner. Yeah, she won. She had everything on the list. My favorite, because it was really sweet, and there were like stories that went with it, was I was like, I want a framed picture of your mom. And
Did you have one?
I was here at the store.
Oh, that's right.
But I do in my sewing room.
Yeah.
I don't have. I maybe it's just my mom. I have a framed picture of my mom in the sewing room, and when she was like a schoolgirl. and she's wearing like a traditional like what they would have worn back then to like school, like a school hanbok.
Is that a hanbok?
Yeah, even when I talk about it, I get teary-eyed. But it was so sweet because people had pictures of their moms getting married and their moms, like, them with their moms. And it was just really sweet. I was like, oh.
Did you and Violet ever talk about Violet's essay?
We talked about it a little bit. And then, yeah, no. I was like, I'll read it sometime. I was like, it'll definitely make me cry.
Violet wrote like the sweetest paper about making traditional Korean dumplings with Jeannie as like a formative experience.
So I'm like, wrap it better. And then I hit her with the dumpling. I'm just kidding. You know why? It's such a confidence booster for her, because she's like, my dumplings look prettier than yours. She always tells me that hers are prettier than mine. You know what? It should account for creativity, Anna. Next time there'll be like a tomato pincushion or the most creative. And then I also said to Anna, I was like, we should have done who's got the most pincushions. Because Anna kept showing me, and I was like, no, it doesn't count. She had like 4 or 5 pincushions, and she wasn't even done. So I will be working on your orders today. I'm like Gordon Ramsay at work. We should do undercover bosses. And then, oh, no, because that would be me coming in undercover, and you guys would all know. But don't they have like, oh, yeah, we should do Gordon Ramsay. Can you imagine him coming in here? First of all, he'd yell at me about the way it looks. And I'd be like, I know, I'm a failure. He would just yell at me about everything that was wrong. It'd be like, I know. Help me, I'm pathetic. What? So Patrick's back. He got back last night. He brought me dinner. Didn't you?
Yeah.
You know the weight of my heart is through my belly. He brought me dinner. I bought a cooler because I did get a text that said, bring me food or don't come home. I did send that to him.
I literally got a text that was like, you better bring me food or don't come home. So years ago, I was on a trip and I sent pictures to Jeannie of the food because I was like, Jeannie will appreciate these. But then you were mad.
That you were eating it without me?
You were so mad about me sending you pictures. Kai even remembered this. And then, so I stopped sending pictures of food. I was like, I'm just never sending pictures.
Because remember, food is the weight of my heart, so it hurts my heart when you do that.
So I was like, I'm just not going to send Jeannie pictures of food if I'm climbing or away or whatever.
I always send him pictures.
And then
the
next trip she took, she like sent me nothing but pictures of food. Like, I'm like, send me pictures of what you guys are doing.
And
like,
then I say,
and
Violet,
all she does is take pictures of the food.
I say,
and
Violet,
like, yeah, he like look
flex.
like you're really enjoying the food. And I'm like, okay, great. And so this time Kai was like,
and you sent it, and I was like, that looks amazing.
Well, so Kai was like, we went to kind of this hardcore traditional Korean place, like, which is so good. And like, they laid out the banchan, and like Jeannie always says, you can tell the quality of the Korean restaurant by the quality of the banchan, which is totally true. Like, if the place has
so
really
Korean.
Good side dishes.
He's so Korean. He's not. He's Korean.
And so Kai and I were laughing because we had the problem the whole weekend of ordering the Korean names of the dishes.
Yeah.
And they just sit there and look at you like, what did you just order?
You're like, my wife told me she
well,
can't speak Korean.
Like, no, like they totally know. Cause like, you're like, cause then you say like, you know, Kai did it at the
Daenjang-jjigae?
he's like, can I have the doenjang jjigae? And the lady's like, what do you want? And he's like, doenjang jjigae? And she's like, what? And I'm like, he wants number 6, the soybean. She's like, oh, doenjang jjigae. like they don't, like, they're just not, like, looking for that. So anyways, they laid out this banchan, and there were, what, 25 side dishes?
Like 20, probably. There were a lot.
And Kai's like, you have to take a picture of this and send it to Mom.
Yeah, it looked good. It looked like what my mom would have made.
And I was like, I don't want your mom to be angry. I don't want to be in trouble. And he's like, Mom's not going to be mad. And we got like a whole grilled mackerel. Their mandu was amazing.
Yeah.
And the...
and it's hard because we don't have
like a sundubu.
We have like an okay Korean place here.
And the
but
pajan.
Nothing like...
Their pajan was as good as Tofu House.
I would have counted that, Anna, because it's like old school. I wanted that old school tomato pincushion. And green's so fantastic.
That would have counted, right? Green tomato.
Yeah, I would have counted that one. Because I looked on the list and it didn't specify color. I gave somebody else that for the green. I'll check you off. I still have the list here.
So anyways, I brought Jeannie a mackerel.
Yeah, I was so happy. So
was there banchan with it?
Yeah, there was a little kimchi.
You should have brought the gimbap because you know the kids are going to eat it today.
Kai came into our room at like 12:30 and was like knocking on the door. He's like, "Can I?" We're like, "What?" He's like, and he always asks for permission to eat food. And
we're always like,
"It was like 12:30."
Just go eat it.
I said to him, "Go eat anything you want." I don't know why. Well, you know why he asked? Because we're so food greedy and we divide everything out. We're like, "That's your 4. That's your 4." So he's probably scared that I'd be like, who ate my portion? I don't know if anyone else does that in their family. But most of the time I eat the least, I think. And I always give them more. Usually. Every once in a while, there'll be something where I'm like, that is mine. Do not touch it or I will break your arms.
Don't come home if I don't get food.
Winner. I did say that.
So we went yesterday to Cactus Joe's, which like I've always wanted to go to Cactus Joe's.
He's so into cacti, and I don't even know why.
No, but like I've always wanted to go to this place because it is like this funky, like old school place. It's been there ever since I first went to Vegas, like in the mid '90s. And I've always been like, I want to go check that place out. Both my kids wanted a cactus for their room. It was the coolest place.
I never want a cactus because I am the type of person that would be like, oh, I'm falling. And then I would fall into the cactus.
The purple barrel cactus that I love so much are like, they're soft. You could like, they're like soft.
Oh.
They're totally soft.
Oh, I would have a soft. I don't like anything.
So what was crazy is those purple barrel cactuses were like hundreds of dollars. And I was like, why are they? I just asked the lady. I was talking to the lady. And I'm like, why? Like, just out of curiosity, why are these so expensive? And she's like, well, it's not like we're out cutting them out of the ground.
They're growing them
we're growing them. And she's like a barrel cactus like this big is like 15, 20 years old. So she's like, we've kept that thing alive and like, you know, and they bloom every year and they're healthy. And
it's like a child, a cacti child. I'm selling you my cacti child that I have reared. Since it was big.
It was a cool spot. They work with all these local artists. They had like crazy pottery and like sculptures.
So Patrick came home with a beautiful Buddha, like a seated Buddha. It was probably like 3 feet high.
That thing's like 120
So this
pounds.
morning I hear like, oh, whoa. Momo does not like statues. He does not like statues.
No, he doesn't like anything new. Like if the garbage can is in a different place, he might bark at the garbage can.
He barks at the neighbor next to us has like, you know, one of those scarecrows you buy at like Joann's or like Hobby Lobby and you just stick it in the ground. That freaked him out. At least you won't have to
put it through college.
Through college. I know. Oh man. But yeah, he was losing it. And then I took him out later and I was like, leave it. I told him before we walked
He'll
in, so
be
I was
fine
like,
by
leave it.
tomorrow.
And he walked down. He like looked at it. He was like, "Arr," and like walked, kind of watched, keeping it in like the corner of his eye. He'll be fine. But yeah, he was. You would have thought there was, I don't know.
Oh my God, I would have come home
stranger
with
in the backyard.
so much.
Oh my God, they didn't make it. 30 years?
So, you know, I said to Jeannie, like, I was talking to the woman about having a succulent garden because she's like, I was like,
I don't
we're
want
not
it.
good gardeners. And she's
It's
like,
not that we're not good gardeners. We could be great gardeners. We don't garden.
no, like, I mean, like,
don't
she was
garden.
just talking about how easy it was to manage. She's like, what, you water them like once a month? She's like, you just put little water meters in them and wait until they're like basically at zero.
What I've heard is succulents are a lot harder than people think.
She was talking about being able to put together a garden that
In
would
Korea,
be super
everyone
easy.
has succulents. Remember,
Right,
everyone
everybody,
had them
like
outside
massive
their door.
succulent
But
gardens.
that's a very humid place.
No, these were like cactus succulents. She's like totally dry.
Should we talk to them about?
So, all right. So I just got back. I looked at my email once because Jeannie was like, will you look at your email? I was on vacation.
Yeah.
I actually observe.
I told him to come
vacation
back
rules.
early. I made him come back early. He's like, I think I'll just come back on Saturday. I was like,
There is a
flames
whole.
were shooting out of my eyes, and like the steam you see in the cartoons shooting out of my ears.
Well,
when he said that.
but then she was like, she was like, this is how this happened, and I was like, that is not how this
Patrick.
happened.
So, anyways, I made him come back early. Is the whole point?
So, I'm here. I will get back to you. I responded to a couple of emails that I felt like needed to be responded to. If yours needed to be responded to, it's just because I haven't looked at it yet. So I will dig out over the next 2 days. I've got a couple deliveries to make. I've got a handful of people to call here in the shop. But if it involved me over the long weekend, it didn't happen.
I'm picturing
like that.
Let's just